Before we get into workbook number 2, it's very important to keep in mind that the skills you're about to learn are not to help you avoid panic attacks. Hopefully you've learned from workbook number 1 that avoidance of the panic attacks, avoidance of the symptoms and sensations, and safety behavior maintains the cycles of fear. So these skills are actually to help you face the panic in a manageable way. Therapy in the old days used to give distraction techniques, relaxation techniques to get rid of the panic attacks. Therapy nowadays tends to go towards facing without coping strategies. Because I've had panic attacks myself, I tend to be somewhere in the middle. I think it's very difficult to just simply face a panic attack or a situation where you feel you might panic without any coping strategies whatsoever. So what this book is going to teach you is how to deal with panic when it arises without avoiding and without having to use safety behaviors and without trying to get away from the situation. And this is the only way you can really learn that the sensations are just harmless, although frightening symptoms of fight or flight. And they'll die down if you leave them alone. So please keep this in mind. Once you learn these techniques, don't leave it at this. Go on to workbook 3 and put these skills into practice. Rapid recovery skills part 1. Changing the way you think about panic. You're going to challenge the misinterpretations of the fight or flight response, symptoms and sensations. When you correct your mistaken beliefs about panic, that will reduce your fear of panic. And as the motto of this program goes, when you lose your fear of panic, it will stop happening. And positive thinking is not enough. So let's say your heart's beating very rapidly and you're thinking in a catastrophic way, there's something seriously wrong with me, but you decide, I'll change that, I'll try to think positively, I'm sure I'll be okay. You know there's not going to be enough belief in that thought to reduce your fear. You need to replace those mistaken catastrophic thoughts about panic with the actual truth about the symptoms. And now that you've gone through workbook 1, you can use all that information and your new understanding. So bring to mind the actual truth about your rapid heartbeat. It's just a result of fight or flight response. You're in no danger, you've had this before, nothing ever happened. You've been checked out by the doctor. This is a very common thing. So the stronger belief in those thoughts, because you know they're accurate, that'll help stop further misinterpretation and catastrophization, and that will bring your symptoms down. So there's 4 steps to changing the way you think about panic, and there's a helpful way to remember this. Catch it, challenge it, change it, test it. So first of all, you actually have to catch the fact that you're misinterpreting or catastrophizing. You won't be able to change anything unless you do that. So let's say fight or flight response symptoms have arisen and you start misinterpreting, oh my goodness, something seriously wrong with me, and then you start catastrophizing. You've got to catch the fact that you're doing that first of all. Then you can challenge it. So is this true? Is this accurate? So let's say your heart's beating very fast. You're thinking, I'm going to have a heart attack. Look at the evidence. Based on workbook 1, you now know that rapid heartbeat is a very, very common symptom of anxiety. You've probably been to the doctor, you've been checked out. So you're starting to challenge the thoughts, and then you can change it based on your new understanding. Correct the thoughts, restructure them based on actual evidence. This is just fight or flight sensation. I've had it many times, nothing ever happened. I've been checked out. But not only that, finally then it's important to test it. So you'll learn more about that in workbook number 3.